Ready? Blue ready.
Max 50, Max 50.
Hey, stop.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after him right away.
Wait.
Max 50, Max 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 1. Winston. And it's a short one here. Completion's tied in. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Jump.
The former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balazs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 2 first downs ended up near midfield on 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Julian Love puts it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
What's that? Great team.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Switch.
Jim Clark.
Jim. Check 52.
Out the
On 1st down, Dupree. He's got a 1st down past the 30. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
A
Let's
big
go.
play there on the option. Give him 69 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Too easy.
What's that? 19.
Come on.
Bang. 24.
Bang. 36. Hey, alert 3. Check 3.
99.
Checking. Crash.
It's 3.
Crunch. Slam.
And it's up.
2nd down now. Dupree. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Out of the gun. With a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
You know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In the shotgun. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Get on the foot right here.
Come on. Sunday. Hey. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Check. Check. Check.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
7 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
7's a Mike. Mike 7. It's our field. It's our field.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Wait.
Check 31. Check 31.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready. Blue ready.
Rip left. 2 times. Out. 3 down. Out.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. White 25.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult goal to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run him in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, you got deep?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 54.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Faking the give. Now Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Richards. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's taken down inside the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. So,
on 1st down, Watson. He took that one one-handed. What a grab.
Come on, fellas.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Skeleton for when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches.
Just not right.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Let's go.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. The kick by fullback is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
This.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try and get into the 1st down now. Well, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Flip.
Right 51. Right 51.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's go.
Let's make these babies cry. And his throw here is incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Tight right. Hey, we got 3 down.
Follow. Easy.
Mike 51.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Well, Mike 51. Green, come and see. Hey, let's go.
Open on the gun, Winston. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if for having too much of an effect on the game.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into the game?
You have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield, as you mentioned. It's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check three. Wide.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That's right. There goes right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 46 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end that.
A great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Is fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Keep playing hard.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down in a score influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Green, 17. Let him go.
Now Winston. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Wait. Mike 51. Watch the screen. Mike 51. Hey, pick it up, Johnny. Hey, Mike 51. There's a corner now.
Jameis to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. One all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Watch the run, watch the run. 51, flip, flip, flip. 51.
To throw, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Let's go! Interception all day, baby! Yeah!
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because maybe I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. 24.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Tackle.
And let's out.
That'll be taken away by Kenny Galloway. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Like 10, like 10. Yeah. You don't want none.
Here's Watson. Flush to his right. They're going to locate his running back, open downfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a give, right side. Dupree. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Set. 20. Get
that quarterback.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Don't get the same credit for it.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be play number 7 on the drive. Third and a yard.
Man, I got you. Whip. Watch the whip.
49, check 49, check 49.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point by Thornberry up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try to get back to where you were to start the half.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept their meter by making the plays that they've made, and that just means there's one big score away from being right back there.
That's caught inside the 20. Well, this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 57 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back out with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop it.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. There's a run with Delage. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So you know that what they discussed at the half worked. You gave the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They're going to... This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
You're set. Can I tee?
10, Mike 10.
All day, dog.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Open man is Galladay, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're going to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got in the end zone.
Just think of what it's like on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Even.
Check 24. Check 24.
This man on the ground. This time it's him. It's a gain of 6. Moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 2 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. The 40. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now let's try the right side here. They'll get the first down and go inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
Well, right down here looking for 6. First and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Give it to him again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I've been running here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Mike 50. Mike 50.
Switch up. Switch up.
Third and goal. Where's the... He's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Ioannidis drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Well, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. Hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offensive guys here have to win effectively.
The 4-minute offense, this is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays.
Here we go.
But it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
It certainly is in the mix. It certainly is. But look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 46. On the ground to begin the drive. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
We got this. Alert flare. Green, triple team. White. Hayward.
Winston now from the 50. Eluding the pressure run. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll go to the hill here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Check 50.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Kill. Turn.
Again, it's Hill. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Play from Winston. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after time to talk it over. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That second down play nets a -4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Back to throw. The catch made by Miller. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Ready? Check that.
Let's go. Let's convert.
This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Slam. Quick edge. Come. Tight dog. Check 9. 25. Check 25.
He'll stay on the ground. Watch again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
5 on the 50.
Winston to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive. The bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Flip.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We've got a plane to catch. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Keep it on the ground. Dupree. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On 3rd down, Dupree. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's J.K. Scott now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he gets this away. Look at this. This is a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Gotta hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. escaping the pressure. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
Let's go, let's go.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.